Good afternoon, this is Scott Drenner, and this is going to be a walk around of my Pitts Model 12. If you like this, you may also like to look at the HD walk around that I did of my previous Pitts, which was a Pitts S1S. So we'll start at the front and work our way around. So the propeller on this particular Pitts Model 12, like most, is an MT composite prop. This is actually 8.5 feet in diameter, so it's a truly massive propeller. Generates a lot of torque when you're taking off as well. The aircraft itself is powered by a Vedunev M14P. For folks that are accustomed to Russian engines, this won't be new to you. It's a 360 horsepower, 9-cylinder radial. The Sukhois and the Yaxall use the same engine. So when you combine, this big of a prop and this large of an engine on a plane that's empty, roughly 1,600 pounds, it's definitely a kick in the pants. So we'll move around. You'll notice there's a small hole right here. This is actually for the air system. So you turn on and off the air tank that starts the plane with that small opening, and actually opens and closes the air tank. The spring gear are aluminum with a rubber trailing edge, and give quite a bit of resistance. If you go, I believe it's on to Cleveland's website, you can see. I took it at Grove's website. You can take a look at the tests that they do, and it's pretty incredible. Huge amount of spring there. So moving on, we'll look at the upper and lower wings. You'll notice the unique design of the paint scheme. This was actually originally built for Debbie Gary, former airshow pilot, to match her Marchetti, which also had the same paint scheme. I don't believe she ever flew this in a show. I haven't been able to find anything on YouTube to indicate that. You'll notice on the leading edges of both lower wings and the upper wing that there are lights. This was intended to do night air shows. Really dusk. I wouldn't want to land this thing in the dark with these lights. But it's a pretty nice effect, especially when you're in the pattern. Flip on the lights and makes the plane a lot more visible if a bright yellow airplane wasn't visible enough. So we'll walk around and get another look at the cool paint scheme. Or ailerons, as you might expect. Normally the plane would have spades on it. I just finished having some extensive work done on it, and have not put the ailerons back on yet, but we'll do that soon. You'll notice the manufacturer was Jim Kimball Enterprises, so they own the rights to the Model 12, and you can buy both plans and kit parts for the HP version of the Model 12, which is what this is, from them. They've built a dozen or so, and this was the 34th one that they built for Debbie. So we'll take a look at the instrument panel, and for a biplane, it's pretty impressive. You've got really everything that you'd need in here. Going from left to right, you've got your oil pressure, your oil temp, your fuel pressure. Then moving on, you've got your airspeed indicator, your RPM. You've got both a COM and a transponder, Becker right there. Down, you've got an installed Garmin GPS that's slaved to the TrueTrack autopilot. So this is one of the few Pitts that actually has a 2-axis autopilot, so both roll and pitch. Right up there at the top, you see the button that says out, and then the pictorial pilot for TrueTrack. Then moving over to the right, you've got your altimeter, your manifold pressure, and then all your various gauges. If you look inside a little bit, I apologize, it is probably a little dirty because I just finished flying. There is a video system. It's plumbed for a video system. It doesn't actually have one, but that's what those two switches are over there on the right. Also looking in, you'll see the fuel shutoff and then an oil shutoff. So what that does is when you pull that, it blocks the flow of oil to the engine, and because it's a radial engine, it can have oil accumulate in the lower cylinders. That helps prevent that. And there's also a scavenge pump that keeps the system clean. Again, something that the Kimballs have done on most of their planes. All right, we'll keep moving on. The turtleneck holds 40 pounds, so actually quite a bit of of capacity to haul things around. Nothing in there with doing aerobatics, though, obviously. All right, moving back. You'll notice I've put gap seals on here. They were originally painted. I had them removed and put just plain black ones. Reason being, because there's a lot of movement there, the paint eventually does start to look pretty craggy. So I just pulled it out, and just the plain black looks okay. Another shot from this side. Keep working our way around. Traditional tail wheel. Just keep it pointed straight and don't drift, and you'll be just fine. And I didn't show everyone. I'll walk back quickly. The passenger cockpit. It's actually nice and roomy. Just really the basics for a passenger. Airspeed and altitude. One thing that I'm planning on changing is you'll notice that the EIS engine information system is mounted in the front and not in the back. Which is fine when you're flying along. You can see everything and read it just fine, but you can't change the display. So you'll notice there are labels on the display for the key information that you'd want to see, but I'm going to have a remote switch installed here in the back so that I can change that and see other items, specifically AGT and cylinder head temps. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the quick walkthrough. If you have any questions, feel free to respond. Thank you.